Africa is a continent where the very heartbeat of the wild echoes across endless horizons. Here, the land stretches beneath a sky ablaze with color, from the golden blush of dawn to the deep indigo of nightfall. The savannas roll out like a living tapestry, dotted with ancient acacia trees and framed by distant, mist-shrouded mountains. Every sunrise brings a new chapter in the story of survival and splendor. This is a land where nature's drama unfolds in every moment, where thunderheads gather over the plains, and herds of antelope move like shadows across the grass. In the heart of the wilderness, lions rest beneath the shade, their golden eyes ever watchful, while elephants carve ancient paths through the tall grasses, their footsteps echoing the rhythms of the earth. Life here is raw and magnificent. The air vibrates with the calls of birds, the distant roar of predators, and the thunder of hooves as millions of wildebeest surge across rivers in their epic migration. Each ecosystem is a world unto itself, shaped by ancient forces and teeming with creatures that have mastered the art of survival. From the lush, labyrinthine waterways of the Okavango Delta, where hippos wallow and crocodiles glide beneath the surface, to the vast, sun-baked dunes of the Sahara, where only the most resilient life endures, Africa's wonders are as diverse as they are breathtaking. Beneath the waves, the Red Sea reef bursts with color and movement, a hidden kingdom of coral and fish. Every creature here is a testament to adaptation. Desert foxes slip silently across the sands, their ears tuned to the faintest sound. Giraffes stretch their necks to feast on treetop leaves, while hippos submerge in cool waters to escape the midday heat. Lionesses teach their cubs the ancient dance of the hunt, and birds nurture their chicks in hidden nests. Here, every day is a battle for survival, a delicate balance between predator and prey, between drought and flood, between life and death. The land itself is a living, breathing entity, shaped by wind, water, and time. These wild places are living laboratories, where the secrets of resilience and adaptation are written in every footprint and every rustle of grass. The stories of Africa's wonders are told in the silent patience of a stalking leopard, the thunderous charge of a buffalo herd, and the shimmering mirage of distant water on the horizon. These 7 wonders are the Ngorongoro Crater, the Great Migration, Mount Kilimanjaro, the Okavango Delta, the Nile River, the Sahara Desert, and the Red Sea Reef. Each is a masterpiece of nature, sculpted over millions of years, where the forces of earth, water, and life collide in a spectacle of beauty and power. In these places the wild spirit of Africa endures, untamed, unbroken, and forever awe-inspiring. In the heart of northern Tanzania, a realm unfolds that seems untouched by time, a world set apart from the rest of Africa. This is the Ngorongoro Crater, the largest unbroken volcanic caldera on the planet, a natural amphitheater encircled by towering walls. Formed over 2.5 million years ago when a colossal volcano collapsed inward, it left behind a vast, bowl-shaped depression, an isolated sanctuary. The crater's sheer walls, rising more than 600 meters, create a formidable barrier, sealing this world from the surrounding plains. Within these natural ramparts, a complete ecosystem flourishes, teeming with life in every corner. The crater floor, spanning 260 square kilometers, is a patchwork of habitats, lush grasslands, shimmering lakes, and dense thickets, each supporting its own community of creatures. Rich volcanic soils nurture emerald grasses, while a shallow lake glistens at the center, drawing herds of wildebeest, zebra, and gazelle to its nourishing waters. Here, acacia woodlands fringe the open plains, providing shelter for elephants and shade for browsing antelope, while reed beds along the lake's edge hide secretive hippos and flocks of flamingos. The crater is alive with movement. Herds of wildebeest, zebra, and buffalo roam in great numbers, their migrations contained within this natural enclosure. It is one of the rare places where the legendary Big Five, lion, leopard, elephant, rhinoceros, and buffalo, share the same stage, their lives intertwined in a daily struggle for survival. Among the most remarkable inhabitants is the elusive black rhinoceros, a living relic of Africa's ancient past. The crater harbors one of the densest populations of this critically endangered giant, a testament to the sanctuary's unique protection. Around 30 black rhinos roam these grasslands, their massive forms moving quietly beneath the watchful gaze of the crater's walls. These magnificent creatures browse on tough shrubs and woody plants, thriving in a world where ancient landscapes and wild inhabitants exist in delicate balance, a self-contained world, perfectly preserved by nature itself. Across the vast plains of East Africa, a timeless drama unfolds each year, one of nature's most breathtaking spectacles, the Great Migration. Here, the land itself seems to pulse with life, as millions of hooves set the earth trembling. This journey is not a simple trek from one place to another. It is an endless, cyclical odyssey shaped by the relentless search for fresh grass and life-giving water. The rains fall, the grass grows, and the herds move, drawn ever onward by the promise of survival. Nearly 2 million wildebeest, joined by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, form a living river that flows in a great clockwise loop across the Serengeti in Tanzania and the Masai Mara in Kenya. Each step is guided by ancient instincts, passed down through generations. This epic movement covers more than 800 kilometers, a distance that tests the endurance of every creature involved. Along the way, the herds face countless obstacles, rivers swollen with rain, steep banks, and lurking predators beneath the surface. Each crossing is a gamble, a test of courage and luck. On the open plains, danger is never far. Lions and hyenas stalk the shadows, ever watchful for the weak or the unwary. The journey is a constant struggle for survival, where only the strongest and luckiest will complete the circle. The thunder of millions of hooves beating against the dusty earth becomes the heartbeat of the savannah, echoing across the land and signaling the unstoppable force of nature at work. At the very front, the zebras take the lead. Their sharp eyes and keen memory guide the way, tracing ancient routes carved by generations before them. About 200,000 zebras march at the head of the procession, their striped bodies a bold banner against the golden grass. With their remarkable memory, zebras navigate the ever-changing landscape, steering the herds along time-honored paths that wind through the savannah. Zebras favor the long, tough tops of the grass, cropping it down and preparing the way for those who follow. This is a crucial advantage for the wildebeest, who trail behind, their journey made easier by the zebra's efforts. The wildebeest feast on the shorter, more nutritious grass left in the zebra's wake, each species benefiting from the other's presence. This remarkable teamwork allows both zebras and wildebeest to thrive side by side, in a delicate balance shaped by the rhythms of the land. As the cycle continues, the southern Serengeti plains become the stage for a miracle of life. In the early months of the year, a massive baby boom transforms the herds. Within just a few weeks, around 500,000 wildebeest calves are born, their arrival timed perfectly with the rains and the flush of new grass. The sheer number of newborns overwhelms the ever-watchful predators, giving more calves a fighting chance to survive and continue the endless journey. Rising majestically from the plains of northern Tanzania is Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa. But Kilimanjaro is not alone. Africa's mountainous spine stretches across the continent, with other giants like Mount Kenya and the Rwenzori Mountains piercing the sky. At 5,895 meters, Kilimanjaro is the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. Mount Kenya, Africa's second highest, rises to over 5,000 meters, while the Rwenzori Range, known as the Mountains of the Moon, boasts snow-capped summits along the equator. Kilimanjaro is a dormant volcano with three main peaks, Mwenzi, Shira, and Kibo. Mount Kenya, once a mighty volcano, now displays eroded spires and deep valleys, while the Rwenzori's ancient rocks are sculpted by glaciers and time. Despite their proximity to the equator, these peaks are crowned with snow and ice. Kibo's summit gleams white, while the Rwenzori's glaciers feed rivers that flow into the heart of Africa. These icy crowns create a breathtaking contrast, brilliant white against the deep blue African sky, a rare sight in the tropics. The sheer size of these mountains shapes the climate around them. Kilimanjaro and the Rwenzori generate their own weather, drawing in clouds and rain, and nurturing lush forests on their slopes. Each mountain is a world of its own, with habitats stacked from base to summit, dense rainforest, bamboo thickets, moorlands dotted with giant plants, and finally, Arctic-like ice fields at the top. These varied zones are home to a dazzling array of wildlife. Forest elephants and leopards roam the lower slopes, while rare birds like the Rwenzori turaco and sunbirds flit through the misty canopy. The forests at the base are rich and vibrant, teeming with life. Here, ancient trees and tangled vines create a green world, echoing with the calls of monkeys and birds. Among the branches, the beautiful colobus monkey with its long black and white fur leaps gracefully. Sykes monkeys and other primates also thrive in these leafy heights. Colobus monkeys spend their lives in the treetops feeding on leaves while chameleons and tree frogs blend into the greenery. Above, the mighty crowned eagle hunts with silent precision, while the rare lammergeier glides over rocky crags searching for bones to crack. The crowned eagle, with a wingspan of nearly 2 meters, dives through the canopy to catch its prey. Other raptors like the auger buzzard patrol the open moorlands. These mountain forests are vital water towers for Africa, capturing moisture from the clouds and feeding rivers that sustain life far below. Here, geology, climate and wildlife come together in a spectacular display of nature's power and diversity. In the heart of the vast Kalahari Desert, a miracle of nature unfolds, an oasis where water defies the ordinary. Here lies the Okavango Delta, a river system with a destiny unlike most others. This is a place where a river's journey ends not in the embrace of the sea, but in the sands of the desert, creating a spectacle of life in the midst of aridity. Instead of reaching the ocean, the Okavango River fans out across the land, forming a vast inland delta, a rare phenomenon shared by only a handful of rivers on Earth. Each year, floodwaters travel for months from distant highlands, surging across the landscape and breathing life into the desert. When the waters arrive, they transform the parched earth into a vibrant wetland, a mosaic of islands, lagoons, and winding channels. The delta swells from 6,000 to over 15,000 square kilometers, its boundaries shifting with the pulse of the floods. This seasonal transformation creates a sanctuary for countless species. Elephants, zebras, antelope, and countless birds gather, drawn by the promise of water and abundant food. Among the most influential inhabitants are the hippos, whose daily movements shape the very flow of the delta. Each night, these massive creatures push through dense reeds and papyrus, forging new paths as they search for food. These pathways deepen into channels, guiding the floodwaters and allowing them to reach new corners of the delta, nurturing fresh growth and new habitats. In this way, hippos act as a living plumbing system, their movements orchestrating the flow of water throughout the ecosystem. Their waste enriches the water with nutrients, fueling the growth of aquatic plants and providing sustenance for fish and invertebrates. As the dry season tightens its grip and water recedes, hippos become fiercely territorial, defending shrinking pools that become lifelines for many. Through their actions, hippos sculpt the landscape, ensuring the delta remains a haven for life. Here, in this river that never meets the sea, the cycle of water and wildlife continues, an enduring testament to nature's ingenuity and resilience. Across the vast continent of Africa, rivers are the arteries of life, carving their way through deserts, forests, and savannas. The Nile River, the longest in the world, stretches for an astonishing 6,650 kilometers, weaving a path that sustains entire ecosystems. The Nile's journey begins at the confluence of two great tributaries, the White Nile, rising from the lush Great Lakes region of Central Africa, and the Blue Nile, surging from the highlands of Ethiopia. Together, they create a river of immense historical and biological importance. Each year, the Blue Nile swells with seasonal rains, carrying with it nutrient-rich silt. This natural process transforms the riverbanks into fertile oases where dense vegetation flourishes and wildlife gathers in abundance. The annual flooding replenishes the soil, making the land along the river a green ribbon in the heart of the desert. The Nile is a sanctuary for countless species. Hippos wallow in the shallows, while flocks of birds nest in the reeds and fish dart beneath the surface. Among the most formidable inhabitants is the Nile crocodile, a living relic from the age of dinosaurs. The Nile crocodile is Africa's largest reptile, with adult males reaching up to 6 meters in length and weighing over 700 kilograms. Their armored bodies and powerful jaws make them apex predators of the river. Perfectly adapted for ambush, these crocodiles can remain motionless for hours, with only their eyes and nostrils breaking the surface. Their patience is legendary, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. When an unsuspecting animal approaches the water's edge, the crocodile erupts from the river with astonishing speed and power, using its immense bite force to secure its meal. This dramatic cycle of predator and prey is just one of the many natural processes that make Africa's rivers the lifeblood of the continent's wild wonders. Africa's deserts are realms of extremes, vast, ancient, and endlessly shifting. The Sahara, the world's largest hot desert, is a sea of sand, rock, and gravel that stretches across the northern third of the continent. Its golden dunes, sculpted by relentless winds, rise and fall like waves frozen in time, while rocky plateaus and gravel plains form a harsh mosaic that seems inhospitable to life. These deserts were shaped over millions of years by powerful geological forces. Ancient seas once covered these lands, leaving behind layers of sediment that over time were baked by the sun and swept clean by wind. Today, sandstorms still roam the landscape, constantly reshaping the dunes and revealing the desert's ever-changing face. The Sahara alone covers an astonishing 9.2 million square kilometers, nearly the size of the United States. But Africa's deserts are not just empty wastelands. They are living, breathing ecosystems, each with its own unique story of survival. Temperatures soar to blistering highs during the day, only to plummet to freezing at night. Water is a rare and precious treasure, hidden deep beneath the sand or captured from the faintest morning fog. Life here is a masterclass in adaptation. At first glance, the desert appears lifeless, but look closer, and you'll find a world of remarkable survivors. Tiny plants push through the sand, their roots reaching deep for hidden moisture. The fennec fox, with its oversized ears, listens for the faintest sounds beneath the surface, while the Saharan silver ant braves the hottest hours to scavenge for food. The addax antelope, pale and ghostly, blends perfectly into the shimmering heat, conserving energy by moving only at dawn and dusk. Spiny-tailed lizards bask on sun-baked rocks, their scales reflecting the harsh rays. Even the sand viper, nearly invisible beneath the surface, waits patiently for unsuspecting prey. Plants too have evolved ingenious strategies. The acacia tree sends roots deep into the earth, tapping underground water, while succulents store precious moisture in their thick leaves. In the Namib Desert, beetles climb to the crest of dunes to collect water from fog, letting droplets roll down their backs to their mouths. Among the most iconic desert dwellers is the dromedary camel, perfectly engineered for survival. Its broad, padded feet glide over soft sand, while its single hump stores fat, an energy reserve for lean times. Camels can drink up to 200 liters of water in minutes when they find an oasis, and their bodies can withstand extreme dehydration. Long eyelashes and closable nostrils shield them from blowing sand, and their thick coats reflect the sun's heat. Camels can lose a significant portion of their body's water without harm, a feat few animals can match. Other creatures, like the jerboa, emerge only at night, using the cool darkness to forage and avoid predators. The baobab tree, with its swollen trunk, stores water for the dry season, standing as a silent sentinel in the arid savanna. Africa's deserts are not barren voids, but vibrant arenas of adaptation and resilience. Every plant and animal here is a testament to nature's ingenuity, thriving against the odds in one of the planet's most unforgiving environments. Where the endless sands of the Sahara and Arabian deserts meet the restless waves, a secret world flourishes beneath the surface, a world invisible to the eye above, yet bursting with life and color below. The Red Sea Reef stretches like a jeweled ribbon along the coast, a narrow underwater paradise teeming with creatures of every shape and hue. Here, corals form intricate labyrinths, towers, arches, and valleys, each a masterpiece sculpted by time and tide, sheltering a dazzling array of marine life. Shoals of fish shimmer through the crystal-clear water, weaving between coral branches in a living tapestry of movement and color. Among them are rare and wondrous species found nowhere else on Earth. Brilliant flashes of yellow, blue, and red, each perfectly adapted to this unique aquatic realm. The reef is a kaleidoscope of life where corals of every shape and size create a bustling metropolis for thousands of creatures. Crabs scuttle through coral tunnels, sea stars cling to rocky outcrops, and anemones sway gently in the current. This vibrant underwater garden stands in stark contrast to the arid sun-baked deserts above, a hidden oasis of abundance and color. What sets the Red Sea Reef apart is its extraordinary resilience. In waters warmer than most reefs can bear, these corals thrive, their colors undimmed by the relentless sun. While reefs in distant oceans fade and bleach under rising temperatures, the Red Sea's corals remain vibrant, a testament to their remarkable endurance. These are the supercorals, nature's champions, able to withstand heat that would devastate other reefs. In these warm, salty waters, the corals pulse with life, their polyps opening and closing in a timeless dance, unfazed by the heat that surrounds them. Every crevice and hollow is alive with activity. Tiny shrimp clean the coral, while clouds of plankton drift by, nourishing the reef's inhabitants. As dawn breaks, the reef awakens in a burst of color and movement, a living testament to nature's resilience and creativity. Africa's underwater gardens are not just beautiful. They are vital sanctuaries, cradles of life that endure against the odds, hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. We have journeyed across a continent and witnessed 7 of its most magnificent natural wonders. From the crowded floor of the Ngorongoro crater to the icy peak of Kilimanjaro, and from the endless journey of the Great Migration to the hidden gardens of the Red Sea, we have seen nature at its most powerful and beautiful. These places are more than just stunning landscapes, they are living tapestries woven from the delicate balance of predator and prey, of ancient trees and fleeting migrations, where every plant and animal plays a vital role. Here, the savannas echo with the thunder of hooves and the roar of lions, while wetlands shimmer with the quiet grace of antelope and the vibrant calls of birds. These are the epic battlefields and peaceful sanctuaries where the great story of life unfolds every single day. Africa's wild wonders are a priceless heritage, not just for this continent but for the entire world, a living legacy of evolution, resilience, and beauty. Across these vast landscapes, herds of elephants gather at ancient watering holes, giraffes stretch to reach the highest leaves, and the rhythm of life continues as it has for millennia. The Nile River winding through deserts and forests nourishes entire ecosystems, its waters sustaining countless species along its journey. The Okavango Delta, a miracle in the heart of the sands, bursts into life each season, its labyrinth of waterways sheltering hippos, fish, and a dazzling array of birds. The misty forests of Mount Kilimanjaro stand as a green fortress, their ancient trees capturing clouds and feeding streams, home to rare creatures like the elusive colobus monkey. Across the plains, the Great Migration surges forward, millions of wildebeest and zebra braving rivers and predators, a testament to the enduring cycles of nature. Beneath the waves, the Red Sea's coral gardens shelter a kaleidoscope of life, from darting fish to graceful dolphins, each species a vital thread in the ocean's web. Towering acacias and ancient baobabs stand as silent guardians, their roots anchoring the land and their branches offering shelter to countless creatures. In every corner of this wild continent, new life emerges. Antelope take their first trembling steps, lion cubs tumble in the grass, and the promise of tomorrow is written in every sunrise. To protect Africa's natural heritage is to safeguard the wild heart of the world, a place where life's drama unfolds in all its raw beauty, and where the future of countless species depends on the enduring strength of these landscapes and the resilience of their wild inhabitants. Beneath Africa's sunlit plains and towering mountains lies a world few ever glimpse, a labyrinth of hidden caves and twisting underground rivers that carve their way through ancient rock. Here, in the cool darkness, time slows, and the secrets of Earth's deep past are written in stone. Stalactites and stalagmites reach for each other across shadowy chambers, sculpted drop by drop over thousands of years. Crystal-clear streams wind silently through limestone corridors, feeding subterranean lakes and forming silent sanctuaries untouched by the world above. Within these secret spaces, life has adapted in extraordinary ways. Blind catfish navigate the inky waters by touch and vibration, while delicate cave spiders spin webs in total darkness. In the depths of Gabon's Abanda caves, colonies of bats fill the air with the flutter of wings, their guano nourishing unique fungi and tiny ghostly insects found nowhere else on Earth. Some caves harbor ancient troglodytic crabs and shrimp, creatures that have never seen sunlight, their bodies translucent, their senses finely tuned to the eternal night. These underground realms are shaped by powerful natural forces. In South Africa's Kango caves, vast halls echo with the drip of water, while deep beneath the Kalahari, hidden rivers flow for miles, sculpting new passages with each season. The caves of Madagascar shelter rare blind fish and amphibians, their evolution a testament to nature's ingenuity and resilience. Though unseen, these hidden worlds play a vital role in Africa's natural heritage. Underground rivers nourish distant springs, feeding surface ecosystems in times of drought. The caves themselves are time capsules, preserving the record of ancient climates and the story of life's relentless adaptation. In the darkness beneath Africa, a silent drama unfolds, a reminder that even in the most secret places the wonders of nature continue to thrive, shaping the continent from the inside out. Deep within Africa's landscapes, ancient forces stir beneath the earth, shaping the land with fire and ash. Africa's volcanic regions are among the most dynamic on the planet, where mountains are born in bursts of molten rock and rivers of lava flow across the land, painting the earth in shades of black and crimson. From the smoldering summit of Mount Nyiragongo in the Democratic Republic of Congo, one of the world's most active volcanoes, to the surreal lava lakes of Ethiopia's Erta Ale, these fiery giants pulse with raw energy. At night, glowing rivers of lava snake down the slopes, illuminating the darkness in a dance of light and heat. Ash clouds billow skyward, fertilizing the land below and creating new soils rich in minerals. In these extreme environments, life finds a way. Hardy mosses and lichens are the pioneers, clinging to fresh lava flows, breaking down rock into the beginnings of new soil. Over time, ferns and wildflowers follow, transforming barren fields into unexpected oases of green. Near steaming vents, specialized insects and resilient fungi thrive in the warmth, drawing sustenance from minerals that few other organisms can tolerate. On the slopes of Mount Cameroon, forests reclaim cooled lava, their roots digging deep into the mineral-rich ground. In the Great Rift Valley, volcanic craters are filled with rain, forming isolated lakes that shelter unique fish and amphibians found nowhere else. Here, the cycle of destruction and renewal plays out in an endless loop, a testament to nature's ability to adapt and flourish, even in the shadow of fire. Africa's volcanic landscapes are a reminder of the planet's restless spirit, a place where life and land are reborn in the crucible of the earth, shaping the continent's future with every eruption. Beneath the emerald canopy, in the heart of Africa, lie the continent's ancient forests, verdant realms untouched by time. Here, sunlight filters through layers of leaves, painting the forest floor in shifting mosaics of gold and green. Towering trees, older than many civilizations, stretch skyward, their branches entwined in a silent embrace. Every inch of these forests teems with life. Vines spiral around trunks, creating highways for nimble monkeys and secretive chameleons. Epiphytic orchids bloom in the crooks of branches, their colors attracting iridescent butterflies and nectar-loving sunbirds. On the forest floor, herds of forest elephants move in hushed procession, dispersing seeds with every step, shaping the very architecture of the woodlands. Within this living tapestry, every creature and plant is connected. Leafcutter ants carve perfect arcs through foliage, carrying bits of green back to their hidden colonies, nourishing the fungi that sustain them. Fruit bats glide through the dusk, pollinating trees whose fruit will feed flocks of hornbills and troops of monkeys. Frogs and insects sing in chorus, their songs a testament to the forest's unseen abundance. Even the shadows pulse with life, rare pangolins armored in scales forage among roots while shy duikers melt into thickets at the slightest sound. The air is thick with the scent of wet earth and blooming flowers, the whisper of leaves blending with the distant calls of unseen creatures. These ancient forests are more than just a refuge, they are the lungs and lifeblood of the continent, nurturing an endless web of relationships. Here, the story of Africa is written not in stone or fire, but in the soft green language of leaves and the quiet persistence of life, forever entwined in a dance as old as the land itself. In the heart of Africa's arid landscapes lies a world like no other, where land and sky merge into a seamless horizon and life has adapted to the harshest of conditions. Welcome to the salt flats and alkaline lakes, where the very essence of survival is a testament to nature's ingenuity. Here, the earth is a canvas of crystalline salt, stretching endlessly under the blazing sun. The flats shimmer like a vast mirror, reflecting the sky's ever-changing moods, from the deep blues of midday to the fiery oranges of sunset. These salt flats are remnants of ancient lakes, long evaporated, leaving behind a bed of salt that crunches underfoot and glistens like snow. In stark contrast to the flats, the alkaline lakes are cauldrons of chemical wonder. Waters rich in sodium carbonate and other minerals create an environment hostile to most life forms. Yet in this seemingly inhospitable setting, life thrives in unexpected forms. Flamingos with their vibrant pink plumage gather in vast flocks, their beaks perfectly adapted to filter feed on the brine shrimp and blue-green algae that flourish in these waters. The algae in turn owe their existence to the lake's unique chemistry, thriving in conditions that would be lethal to most other organisms. Microbial mats, ancient and resilient, carpet the lake bed, creating a colorful mosaic that can be seen from space. These microorganisms are among the oldest forms of life on Earth, their survival strategies honed over billions of years. They produce oxygen through photosynthesis, supporting a delicate ecosystem that includes tiny invertebrates and fish species uniquely adapted to the alkaline conditions. Birds of prey circle above, drawn to the abundance of life. Pelicans dive with precision, their large pouches scooping up fish in a single fluid motion. The air is filled with the calls of avian life, a symphony of survival orchestrated by the lake's unique chemistry. Even in this extreme environment, the cycle of life continues. As the water levels fluctuate with the seasons, new layers of salt and minerals are deposited, creating ever-changing landscapes. The salt flats and alkaline lakes are a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life, a reminder that even in the most challenging conditions, nature finds a way to thrive. This is Africa's mirrored plains and alkaline waters, a realm of chemical marvels and rare adaptations where every organism is a testament to the power of life in its most extraordinary forms. High above Africa's wild and varied landscapes, a silent procession unfolds every year, one that spans continents, crosses deserts, and bridges oceans. This is the story of Africa's migratory birds, tireless travelers, whose epic journeys are written in the wind. With the changing seasons, millions of wings take flight. Marshes, forests, and wetlands become crossroads for a grand aerial migration. Under the golden dawn, flocks of storks rise from misty riverbanks, their long silhouettes etched against the sky. Swallows, light as breath, dart and glide on invisible currents, tracing unseen highways from Europe's meadows to Africa's sun-drenched plains. Each habitat is a vital sanctuary, a resting place and a feast for weary travelers. In the lush Okavango Delta, the air vibrates with calls as herons and egrets hunt in the shallows. Along the Rift Valley lakes, sandpipers and plovers gather in shimmering masses, refueling on briny shores before the next leg of their journey. Above the windswept savannas, the Amur falcon rides thermals, covering thousands of kilometers without pause. In the dense mangroves of West Africa, the pied kingfisher hovers, then plunges for its prey, oblivious to the vast distances it has crossed. There are no human footprints here, only the rhythm of wings, the pulse of migration, and the ancient promise of return. These birds navigate by sun, stars, and the Earth's magnetic field, guided by instincts honed over countless generations. Their journeys are fraught with peril, storms, hunger, and the ever-changing face of their habitats, but still, they endure. From the salt pans of the Sahara to the emerald wetlands of the Congo, Africa's migratory birds connect distant worlds. They are living threads, weaving together the continent's wildest places, and reminding us that the sky itself is a bridge, timeless, boundless, and full of life. This is the great migratory spectacle, an unbroken chain of flight and survival echoing across Africa's limitless skies. Beneath the towering trees and across the sun-warmed earth, a secret world thrives, a realm of miniature architects and tireless workers. In Africa's vast ecosystems, insects are the unseen force, orchestrating life from the ground up. Deep within the forest floor, armies of ants march in silent procession. Leafcutter ants, unrivaled engineers, harvest fragments of green, ferrying them underground to cultivate nourishing fungal gardens. Their sprawling colonies aerate the soil, recycle nutrients, and foster the growth of towering trees above. Each ant, though small, is part of a vast living machine, one that shapes the very landscape it inhabits. On the savanna, the armored beetle is a master recycler. Dung beetles roll their precious cargo across the plains, transforming waste into life. With every buried ball, they fertilize the earth, clearing the way for new grass to grow and sustaining the herds that roam Africa's open lands. Scarabs and jewel beetles add bursts of color to the undergrowth, their iridescent shells catching the morning sun. High among the blossoms, pollinators perform a delicate ballet. Bees hum from flower to flower, gathering nectar and dusted with golden pollen. Butterflies with wings painted in vibrant hues flutter through meadows and forests, carrying life from one bloom to the next. These pollinators ensure the renewal of Africa's wildflowers, fruit trees, and crops, feeding not only the land, but every creature that depends on its bounty. In every corner of the continent, insects are the pulse beneath the surface, the recyclers, builders, and messengers of life. They connect soil to sky, plant to animal, and past to future. Africa's wild heart beats in miniature, in the ceaseless industry of ants, beetles, and pollinators, tiny engineers whose silent labor sustains the richness and wonder of this ancient land. As the sun sets and darkness drapes the African landscape, a whole new world awakens beneath the cover of night. The day's heat gives way to a cool hush, and the continent's nocturnal inhabitants begin their secretive routines, masters of survival in the shadows. In the moonlit savanna, lions stir from their daytime rest, their golden eyes glinting as they silently stalk through the tall grass. With vision finely tuned for the dimmest light, these apex predators rely on stealth and teamwork, their roars echoing across the plains to mark their territory and unite the pride. Elsewhere, the elusive aardvark emerges from its burrow, snout twitching in search of ants and termites. Its powerful claws dig deep into the earth while its long tongue laps up its insect feast, an expert forager, perfectly adapted for life after dark. High above, owls glide soundlessly beneath the stars. Their keen hearing picks up the faintest rustle, and their wings are shaped for silent flight, making them formidable hunters in the night's embrace. Tiny bush babies leap from branch to branch, their oversized eyes shining as they hunt for insects and fruit, guided by acute night vision. On the forest floor, civets and genets slink through the undergrowth, their spotted coats camouflaged in the dappled moonlight. They sniff out small prey and ripe fruit, their sensitive whiskers and sharp senses leading them through the tangled darkness. Even the smallest creatures are transformed by the night. Fireflies blink messages to one another in bursts of green and gold, weaving luminous patterns across the warm air. Frogs fill the darkness with a chorus of croaks, and bats dart through the skies, feasting on clouds of nighttime insects. In Africa, the night is alive with hidden drama and whispered secrets. Adaptations honed by millennia allow these remarkable animals to thrive in darkness, turning the continent's wild heart into a theater of shadows, where every rustle, flutter, and glimmer tells a story waiting to be discovered. Across the vast tapestry of Africa, hidden between arid deserts and endless savannas, lie the continent's living veins, its wetlands. These shimmering expanses, marshes, swamps, and floodplains, pulse with life, nourishing a web of creatures found nowhere else on Earth. Here, water lilies unfurl their petals at dawn, painting the surface with bursts of color. Beneath the calm waters, shoals of cichlid fish dart among tangled roots, their vibrant scales flashing like jewels in the dappled sunlight. Papyrus reeds sway in the breeze, their green spears sheltering a chorus of frogs, whose calls echo across the flooded plains. The wetlands are a sanctuary for Africa's rarest denizens. Sitatunga antelopes glide silently through the shallows, their elongated hooves perfectly adapted for the soft muddy ground. Secretive shoebill storks stand motionless, their prehistoric beaks poised for the slightest ripple that betrays the presence of a hidden lungfish. Above, clouds of dragonflies dance in the humid air, while flocks of wattled cranes and African jacanas stride gracefully atop floating vegetation. The wetlands are alive with the flutter of wings, the splash of otters at play, and the silent glide of crocodiles beneath the surface. These watery realms are more than just havens for wildlife. They are cradles of biodiversity, filtering water, storing carbon, and sustaining countless species through the rhythm of seasonal floods. In Africa's wetlands, life flourishes in a delicate balance, each creature a vital thread in the ever-changing mosaic of the wild.